25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. I suppose what I'm going to ask you right now, Robin, will reveal my age, but most people know how old I am. You remember the TV show? This is going way back. This goes so far back. Do you remember the TV show, My Three Sons?
Yes, I do. I love that show when it was in black and white, and they had Tim on there.
Yeah. Now, our guest, Elan Carson, sounds younger than us. Way younger.
Yes, she is.
So she might not even know the show. So for her sake, and for anybody listening who doesn't remember My Three Sons, let me tell you something that I was reminded of as I was reading Elan Carson's biography. There was an episode of My Three Sons. Now, if you remember My Three Sons, it was three sons, and then I guess one of them got old and moved out, and then they adopted a boy, so they still had three sons.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
And the adopted boy's name was Ernie.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do.
And Ernie was like a little guy, and he had glasses. And anyway, he came back from school one day, and he had a big F on his paper. He got a big failure mark on something he had written. And he didn't understand why. He put everything into it. He didn't understand why the teacher gave him an F. Well, long story short, after the father went into the school and he spoke to the teacher, it was revealed that the teacher did not believe that Ernie wrote that. Mm-hmm. Because the writing was nothing like the way Ernie spoke or like the way Ernie was. The writing was more intellectual, more sophisticated, more outgoing, and yet Ernie was a very quiet, sitting in the classroom saying nothing kind of a guy. Mm-hmm. I see this. We've had, in the last election cycle, we had at least one candidate that I know. And because we know some of them, and not just through the media, we actually get to speak to people. And I know that one of the candidates, I will not tell you who I'm talking about because it wouldn't be fair. But one of the candidates is exactly like this. The candidate, I won't even say he or she, I'll let you figure this out. Mm-hmm. But the candidate could write beautifully, which is why I voted for him or her.
Yes.
But a lot of times, and as a PR person, if I was her or his PR person, I would say, this is what you got to do because you're not coming across this way in person. But in writing, you can tell that there's substance there. Okay, I went on a tangent there. I shouldn't have done that. The book we are going to talk about is titled The Willow Tree, and it sounds like Elan, is it Elan?
Yes.
Elan Carson has been writing since she was very, very young. It said in her bio that she was writing since she was 6 years old. Grandmother was an English teacher, I think, and she's on the phone. Good morning, Elan. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm so sorry I gave you such a long intro, but I saw a connection between this old episode of a TV show. Tell me you're young enough you don't remember that, right? That show?
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I do appreciate the introduction. I thought it was really sweet.
Well, did it strike home for you? Where are you, by the way? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and yeah, it did speak. It did speak to me because, as you've read in my bio, similar story happened to me when I was younger, where I entered a writing competition and I was disqualified because the judges thought that my mom had actually wrote the story for me. It was that well written, so definitely spoke.
I didn't know that. See, I was just... was that actually in something that was sent to me? Because I promise you I didn't read that anywhere.
Oh, well, maybe not. Yeah. Well, so it's funny that you bring that up.
Well, let me tell you why I said that. Because it said that you... Well, I can't find it in the writing, and it'll distract me if I try to read it. But it's something along the lines of you were the kid in class who wouldn't raise your hand, but yet you were writing since the age of 6.
Yep, that's correct. That's totally true.
Wow. So how are you doing? Can I ask how old you are?
I am 25.
25. So, yeah. Well, good for you. I mean, it sounds like you are on the way to becoming like the next best great novelist.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This story of the Willow Tree, tell us a little bit about the story.
Yeah. So the story follows Emma. We start off where she's an adolescent. She's 14 years old. She's in high school. She's kind of been put through the ringer by her peers. She's not really socially acceptable or adept. She's a little bit nerdy. And then she goes home, and it's almost the same story except worse. Her father doesn't accept her. Her father is very sexually abusive.
That's her stepfather, right? It's her stepfather?
Her stepfather. Yep, that's correct. Stepfather is sexually abusive. He is manipulative, he's very hurtful, and her mother, meanwhile, is going through her own bout of depression. So through the book, you get to see Emma really kind of figure out who she is and how to cope with everything that's happened to her, about living with a depressed mother and a sexually abusive stepfather, and going through the ringer in high school. So you get to see her struggle to find her identity.
But what's amazing about your character is that she doesn't really seek out friends. They all seem to gravitate together, and they're all going through something similar.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So it's kind of like they're an island of misfit toys, especially in high school, the people that she encounters, which is really interesting. They all have their own bucket or bowl of problems. And then as the book, it covers her life up to and throughout college, you see the people that she encounters in college, some good, some bad. She learns a lot from them, and she kind of takes away a lot from those experiences.
Wow, and are you drawing from your own experiences? Not to say, I'm not saying that the character is you, but I mean, are a lot of this from your life, or your friends' lives?
Yes, yep, from both actually. So a lot of, I would say, pretty much 90% of the book is autobiographical. A lot of the stories and her interactions with her peers in society were journal entries that I just turned into full-fledged chapters.
Oh, my goodness.
There's been a fiction in there. So, my living father, you find out that he dies pretty early on in the book, like the second or third chapter. He's still alive. And he was never sexually abusive, but he was very physically abusive and mentally abusive towards me growing up.
Your stepfather or your biological father?
This was my biological father.
Oh, okay.
My stepfather, in real life, he's amazing.
Oh, okay. So, but in the story, it's the other way around, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So, well, here's the way I see it, and I don't know a whole lot really yet, Elan, but it sounds like you have this amazing talent, and you're obviously very, very smart, and the world around you was doing everything it could to make you not blossom, but you are blossoming nevertheless, and that's something I love. I love the fact that that's happening for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to use each situation, whether positive or negative, as a way just to inspire people and to share my story. I feel like that's all I can really do as a writer, is to be vulnerable.
There's so much I want to talk to you about. We have about a minute and a half before we go to our break, and then we'll come back and continue, and we'll be sure to be fair to the book. But I wanted to tell you something you reminded me of. I knew a lady. I used to work at a nursing home. It was assisted living, actually. But I knew this lady. She must have been close to 90, and she could yodel. She could yodel, and it was always fun to ask her to yodel. She was sharp, too. She wasn't dementia or anything.
Yeah.
And so she would yodel, and one day I asked her if the yodeling was something she did when she was young, and she said, oh, I was a singer, I did all this stuff, and I play guitar. So I said, well, what was one of your songs? And she told me, I can't remember the name of it, and I pulled out the guitar and figured out the chords, and she sang it. And I said, well, that was beautiful. And then she told me this story. And this is why I love the fact that you are blossoming, is because the story was about herself back way back when. I guess she was trying to get a job with a talent agent or something like that. And he was going to hire her, and then he told her to take off her clothes.
Yeah.
And she refused to, and walked out and never pursued this one beautiful gift that God gave her, her talent. So that's why when I hear, because us guys, we're pigs. Well, not all. I hope I'm not one of them, but there's enough pigs out there to make you so disgusted with humanity. And it sounds like your stepdad is a good guy. We'll take a little break, Elan, and we'll be right back, okay? This is The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine and pleasantly warm, high 77 to 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows generally in the 50s to near 60. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine and noticeably cooler with highs ranging from 66 in the northern part of the zone to 75 in the southernmost part. For Saturday, partly sunny with a high between 70 and 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
I'm Major George Patterson from the Salvation Army. Please stop by our family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala, where on Wednesday you have a 50% off clothing and bric-a-brac. On Friday, 25% off furniture and large appliances. And on Saturday, stop by to our yard sale from 8:45 to 11. Donations can be made by calling 352-732-4469 and we'll pick it up. Funds from the store go toward the services that we provide in Marion County.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
All right, 13 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. We are having an enjoyable conversation with Elan Carson, but we have neglected to really do our job, which is to get to understand what the book The Willow Tree is about and perhaps sell some copies for Elan. Elan, you're still with us, right?
Yep, I'm still here.
I didn't push the wrong button, I hope. So tell the Willow Tree. Tell me about the tree itself.
You know, the Willow Tree, it's interesting. The way that the title came about was I referenced the willow tree as an image of both strength, beauty, and sadness in the book. And I was playing with a couple of ideas for titles, and then finally a colleague of mine, a colleague in a workshop, said, hey, you know, you've referenced this willow tree throughout the book on multiple occasions. And I think it's really strong and impactful visually. Why not name the book that? That's how the name came about.
Very insightful. And, well, my notes say that you're a songwriter as well. So, I mean, that's kind of the way songwriters write, isn't it? They use something like that, and it impacts us greatly when we hear them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I dabble in songwriting as well. I play guitar a little bit. So you're absolutely right, just having the imagery to really stand out and connect with people.
When you had said earlier that Emma's stepfather died, but the way he died, she seemed to blame herself, and that threw her into her own kind of depression and self-destructiveness.
Yeah, so the way the book has a strong undercurrent of dealing with mental health. And so you learn very early on that the father is struggling with mental health. He was really in the throes of it. He had experienced his own loss. And the mother is depressed. It's her second marriage. And so you kind of see the turmoil boil over in Emma's life. And so once the father does die, she has kind of this PTSD effect, this post-traumatic symptom disorder, where she's like, you know, what's going on with my life? She's kind of influenced by things, and then in essence, almost Stockholm syndrome. She loved her father, but then she had this very sexually abusive, exploitative relationship with him. So she does blame herself in some ways for that happening.
I just found The Willow Tree on Amazon, and looks like you're getting a lot of great reviews. When did the book come out? January, it says, huh?
Yeah, it came out in January.
So have you had young readers contact you? Have you had correspondence with your readers who are relating to this and maybe even somehow gaining some strength from it?
Yeah, you know, I actually had one guy in particular who really stood out to me, who is battling or struggling with depression, reached out to me, and he thought it was spot on, everything that Emma goes through, the way that I depicted everything, and he thought that was very important, and especially in society. People with mental health, they have a stigma attached to being depressed or being bipolar or, whatever mental health issue that they have. And so he thought this was a pretty spot on representation, and so he was very happy for me to produce this. And my character did, in essence, inspire him to keep going, which that really made me feel good. It was.
You have in your bio, and Larry commented on it earlier this morning when he was promoting you. You are a search engine marketing specialist.
I would know about that.
When you put your book online, who do you target this to that you think might be the greatest help?
I target it to young adults, especially. I would say that the adolescents who are in the late, even early teenage range. But honestly, I think it's a book that anyone can read. It's a book for 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, anyone going through their own emotional trauma. I was talking to a woman in her 40s who her husband had cheated on her and had another child with the woman that he cheated on her with, and so she was going through her own internal struggle with depression, and she thought my book was very relatable. So it's such a widespread audience of anyone who is feeling depressed or lonely or isolated or as if they are invisible in their own life.
So where do you go from here? Do these characters appear in future books?
It's funny, I've been asked that a lot. So I feel as though I should write a follow-up book for the Willow Tree and kind of chronicle where the characters do go. So that is a possibility for the future. Right now, though, I am working on a separate story thread of something else.
Oh, really? Can you give us a sneak peek? What's that about?
Yeah, so it's a little bit more. It's a social commentary about the generation of millennials. So I'm a millennial. So the book is titled The Millennials, and I cover everything from the idea that we're living in a post-racial society to how far we've come with women's rights, how to where we're coming with gender equality and sex equality as far as gay rights. So it's a little bit more political. It's along the same lines of Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs by Chuck Cloisterman. It's been pretty fun writing it so far.
You are a therapist in your own right, though, because if you were to go out on the speaking circuit and say things like you just said, invisible in their own life, I mean, that would really perk up a lot of people's ears, because how many people feel that way?
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I bet a lot of us do. I do.
And as we get older, we look back on the things that helped to mold us, and the good and the bad things that helped to mold us. And I think the whole idea that bad things sometimes make you a better person is part of this as well.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You see Emma kind of go through the trenches, and then you see her turn around at the end. There's a spark. You see her start to turn around the situations instead of succumb to them.
When you do your search engine marketing, do you help regular individuals, or do you stick with companies, or how do you do that?
It's mainly just been regular individuals, and through on my own in my spare time, regular individuals, and then at a search agency, at my former jobs, I work with bigger companies on a large scale.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when the word search engine first became a word I knew.
Yeah,
which
right.
probably goes back to my three sons. Probably goes back far enough. I mean, the whole search engine. I mean, I used to use one called
Dog pile.
pile.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that's still around. And I kind of almost always go to Google, although sometimes I go to Bing. So since you're an expert on this thing, does it matter which one we go to anymore?
You know what? A lot of people are in favor of Google. It's Google. I would say that's where a lot of the power is at.
So you help a company actually get their name at the top of the list or whatever?
Yes, yep, that's my job. So I make sure that a website or a company or a person, whoever my client is, I make sure that whatever search terms they want to rank for, they make it to the first page and they make it to the front of the pack.
Okay, so is this true? And I know this is not about the book, but I promise we'll get back to the book. But I have a question to ask you about this. Somebody told me one time that if you write, let's see, keywords over and over and over again in white, and you print them on white, then the human looking at it won't be able to see it, but the computers will, and it'll put you right to the top. Like, let's say you wanted The Willow Tree by Elan Carson. Right? Mm-hmm. So you type that over and over and over and over and over again on your website or something like that. Or maybe you put other words that people might search for. But you put it all in white. Does that work?
It does work, but it's a bad tactic, and Google has been cracking down on that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's called black hat SEO, which is bad. And so
What's
what
it
I
called?
do is white hat SEO. Black hat?
Oh, black hat SEO. Okay.
Yep.
It's a new word
Yeah,
for me.
because you're pretty much trying to game the search engines. And so Google has been very strict on that over the years. They've implemented a lot of algorithm updates to detect things like that. And they've been rolling out with various penalties. So if you are doing something like that, they have penalties like panda and penguin and hummingbird that it's on their back end. It pretty much tells search engines that, hey, this is a natural, it kind of looks spammy or artificial, and your website will actually get dinged, or depending on how severe it is, it'll get removed from search engines altogether.
Wow. Okay. All right. Don't do that, kids. All right. I just found your Twitter page and I saw your picture on Amazon. You're a pretty girl, a pretty young lady. I'm sorry,
Yes.
pretty young lady, beautiful. We already knew you were beautiful before I saw you. Elan, thank you for being on the air with us. It was a kind of a deep conversation, and I hope that was okay. I like to have light ones, but this was a deep one. The Willow Tree is a heartbreaking coming-of-age novel, according to the notes here. And how do we buy the book? I know you can get it on Amazon. I just saw it there. Do you have a website for the book?
Yeah, it is. It's The Willow Tree by Elan, and my name is Elan. So The Willow Tree by Elan.com.
All right, let me Google that, see where it shows up. Willow Tree, Elan, Carson. It should be the very first one. Let's see. I just Google. I'm on Google. Bingo! Top of the list. very, very top. So wow, best new authors. You're listed as the best new author. Well, yeah, I could have told them that.
Yeah.
The Willow Tree book trailer. Oh, you got a trailer for the book.
Yeah, I have a book trailer. Check it out.
Smash words. Wow, the whole first page is you. Okay, well,
nice.
Obviously you know what you're doing.
Yes, she does. She's a
Elan,
great writer.
thank you for being on the air with us. The Willow Tree is the book, and Google her name. Elan Carson. Elan Carson. Elan, you're a joy. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys.
That was fun. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine and pleasantly warm, high 77 to 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows generally in the 50s to near 60. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine and noticeably cooler with highs ranging from 66 in the northern part of the zone to 75 in the southernmost part.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Congress turns up the heat on the president for action over the Keystone XL pipeline.
Stop blocking legislation that is broadly supported by the American public.
Louisiana Democrat Mary Landrieu demanding a Senate vote on Keystone's construction. The House could vote today on companion legislation offered by Landrieu's Republican runoff opponent.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern, the Attorney General, speaking out shortly on the fight against ISIS militants.
With projections now of 16,000 foreign fighters in Syria and Iraq by the end of the year. Attorney General Holder is now back in the U.S. after meetings in Europe with his counterparts from Spain, Italy, France, the U.K., Germany, Poland, as well as Canada, and specifically Turkey, where the focus was on blocking the flow of foreign fighters into Syria and Iraq.
Fox's Catherine Herridge, Fox News. We report, you decide.
Okay, the Atlanta trip. I have the rental car receipt, but no proof that I actually flew there. I have 2 breakfast receipts, but no dinners, and apparently I slept in the lobby because I have nothing from the hotel.
Traveling for work is work enough. Concur makes it easy. Your business travelers take pictures of receipts and submit expense reports from their smartphones. With Concur, they get to throw away the receipts, you get to rule the budget, and everyone goes home happy. Test drive it free at tryconcur.com.
This week on Geico's Stuff Found in Your Car, we look inside your rear door pocket.
Oh, hey. Yeah, me, the almond. Possibly one of the healthiest snacks, just rolling around in the crumbs of inferior foods. You were too busy to save me, but are you too busy to switch your car insurance to Geico where you could save hundreds of dollars in just 15 minutes? Probably not. Saving money with Geico is awesome. Almonds, on the other hand, are just a superfood. No big deal.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com today.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. USDA's Ag Statistics Service gives more details now on the peanut crop estimate for 2014 from the November estimate. Alabama dropped down from 3,000 to 2,900 pounds. That will give Alabama about 249,400 tons. Florida went up from 3,900 pounds to 4,000 pounds of peanuts per acre. That will give them 320,000 tons in the production. Georgia, in the meantime, also went up. A big surprise from 4,000 average to 4,100. That'll give Georgia 1,199,250 tons. The increase nationwide, going from 2 million tons last year to 2,500,000 tons this year, is up 21%. Nationwide, the average yield is predicted to be 3,860 pounds per acre. That's up 48 pounds from October, but 141 pounds below last year. Average yield of 4,001, that was a record. They are expecting record high yields this year in Florida, in North Carolina, and in Oklahoma. So there'll be lots of peanuts available for next year. They've already announced that they have received from Federal State Inspection Service 2,182,000 tons. That is 86.5% of the crop estimate, with peanuts still coming in. Georgia's at 1,062,897. That's 88.6% of their crop estimate.
Did you know your checkoff is sharing the benefits of beef with millennials through social media? Did you know your beef checkoff helped get 6 extra lean cuts certified as heart healthy by the American Heart Association? Did you know your checkoff is helping us set new U.S. beef export records? While you manage your operation, your beef checkoff is working hard to keep beef top of mind with consumers here and around the world. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing the facts at mybeefcheckoff.com. Funded by the Beef Checkoff.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Dan, did you know that the runway at Ocala's airport is nearly 8,000 feet long?
Why, no, Brad. I did not. Please, tell me more about said runway.
Seriously, it's a big airport.
Yeah, I kind of knew that. So what's your point?
Well, just that most people don't even realize there's an airport, much less one that's big enough for Air Force One to land.
And
that Ocala Aviation is based at Ocala International Airport.
So why are you telling me?
So that you can help me get the word out that Ocala Aviation has a fleet of airplanes, and it's here for them to learn to fly.
And how do you propose we get said message across to so many people at once?
We should put an ad on a good radio station, but yours will do.
Very funny. Well, what do you want to say?
That we offer private, instrument, and even commercial training, all right here in Ocala. They don't even have to go anywhere else. They can do it all right here.
Nope, never work.
Well, then give them the number to call with any questions.
I can't even remember your number.
Yes, you do. 861-7484. How hard is that?
Okay, I'll call you next week and we'll get it started.
Can you remember the number this time?
Yes, 861-7484.
Good boy.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Welcome to Infinite Natural Day Spa. We offer massage, facial, waxing, and hydrotherapy with body scrub. Infinite Natural Day Spa will bring you to an unparalleled, all-natural experience of beautification, peace, and comfort that is uniquely yours. We hope to transport you to a place where you can truly appreciate a newly found state of relaxation. We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9 a.m., Bern Paraiso will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hill Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We'll discuss screening, techniques, and more. So tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine and pleasantly warm, high 77 to 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows generally in the 50s to near 60. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine and noticeably cooler with highs ranging from 66 in the northern part of the zone to 75 in the southernmost part. For Saturday, partly sunny with a high between 70 and 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
All right, thank you for tuning in. 8 minutes after 11 o'clock. Nice looking Thursday. Hope you're doing well. 2 weeks from today is the Big Turkey Day. We were going to speak to an author who is going to tell you not to eat any grains, or not many grains anyway. The book is called Wheat Belly, Total Health. Dr. William Davis is the author, and Robin is busy trying to get him on the line. However, we might get Brianna on the line to find out some fun stuff over at Jerry's Pond and Gun. We'll see. The mall has a schedule that I wanted to let you know about. The Thanksgiving evening, the mall is actually going to be open up at 6 p.m., and it'll be open up until 1 a.m., and that would be the morning of Friday, which is called Black Friday, as you know. Is that Brianna on the phone right now?
It's Brianna.
Okay. All right. Let me go to Brianna first, and then I'll tell you. Anyway, I want to tell you some of those things. Brianna is on the phone. We haven't spoken to Brianna in so long, but I haven't lost touch with Brianna because she's on Facebook. So I see Brianna. Her beautiful son is growing up to be a young man now. So that means we've known Brianna as long as she is old, I think. I'm not so sure. Good morning, Brianna. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. I am keeping up with you. I know we haven't spoken on the air in a while, but anyway, how's everything at Jerry's Pond and Gun?
Everything's going great. We're gearing up. We're ready for all the holiday seasons coming up and big Black Friday sales and hunting, everything. We're doing great.
Somebody told me that. Okay, this came up this morning. They said you need to be a Southerner to understand this. I said, I've lived here since 1972. When do I become a Southerner? That's a long time. And he said, well, do you hunt? And I said, no. Well, you're not a Southerner. Oh, jeez. I didn't know that was a requirement.
That's right.
When I took the test, I don't think that was included. I think they lost that page somewhere.
Aww.
What hunting season is it right now? What can I go hunt? A turkey?
General
A
gun.
woman?
No.
A woman?
No, not a woman.
Okay. What?
Just general gun, deer hunting.
Oh, right now you call it general gun?
General gun, yes. There's archery, there's black powder or muzzle loading, and then there's general gun.
And you can hunt a deer with a bow and arrow?
You could have, yes.
Does it sound like that? Well, on all the movies, when an arrow goes into somebody or something, go right?
Something like that.
Like a gun, bang, right? Doing sound effects on the radio.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I saw this morning? That Patsy came in and she said that you wanted us to call.
Yeah.
And I said to Patsy, you're not going to believe this. I was just thinking of Brianna. I absolutely was. I don't know if there's a psychic thing going on.
Oh, my.
but I think what really happened is I saw this thing on the internet for, generators. And I thought about you guys. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. It's maybe that time, too.
Do you have generators right now?
I do. I have plenty of them, yes.
Do you have the quiet ones?
The Honda motor.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We may. We keep them out front on the porch, so I'd have to go check.
Because that would be so nice. Like when we go play, sometimes Rob and I play music places and there's no place to plug in anything. And so if we had one of those little quiet ones, how much do those things cost?
They probably run between $200 and $600, depending on what size you get.
Okay. Well, we just need one little one.
A small one.
I'll have to check to see for you.
Are you still selling hunting boots and camouflage gear?
Oh, yes, and this morning alone, we just priced a whole bunch of youth camo. So we've got all the camo for the kids, the toddlers, up to probably age 12, and then we have adult camo as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. And so it's been so long since we spoke to you. How's everybody doing over there?
Everybody's doing great. Everybody's in good health. Everybody's just staying busy.
And your little boy is not a little boy anymore. He's grown up, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Too fast.
Isn't that amazing when you know somebody and you kind of watch them from? Well, we didn't have this luxury just a few years ago, but now we can kind of keep up with everybody with the computer.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
I like seeing pictures.
That's out of town. Yep, absolutely.
When I like your picture, can you tell that I like it? Does it show on your screen? Oh, Larry likes it.
Yep, I do see that.
Does it matter if I like it? You say, oh, Larry likes it, but that doesn't really matter.
Oh, no, it's sweet. No.
Are you doing layaways for Christmas?
Yes, we have 90-day layaway. We require 25% down, and you pretty much pay on it as you can.
Oh, really? Like what would be?
And that includes guns, that includes boots, that includes jewelry. So you can get it in time for Christmas for that special someone.
And what about the special someone or the person who doesn't have enough money, but they've got that nice, expensive gold thing or something?
Like you need for pawns? Or
yeah, can you borrow money? And I know we can.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to ask a question I know the answer to already.
That's okay.
Trying to get Brianna to tell everybody. If you need money, go to Jerry's Pawn and Gun. See Brianna.
We take a little bit of everything, from jewelry to guns, coin collections, pocket watches, you name it.
Do you do stamp collectors too?
That we haven't really gotten into.
Oh, okay.
Stamps, no.
No, stamps are hard to see. They're so tiny.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of appliances there, like microwaves and things like that?
We do from time to time. I'm not sure if I have one right now. We also have cookers or fish fryers. Just depends on what we get in at the time.
And a fish fryer could also double as a turkey fryer, couldn't it?
Correct, yes.
Oh, nice.
You're right.
Nice.
Did you know that George Harrison's estate was called Friar Park? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Do you know who
that.
George Harrison is?
Name sounds familiar.
The Beatles. One of the Beatles.
Yes,
She's
yes,
young.
yes.
I'm getting old,
I know
Robin.
the name, it just didn't come to me right away.
The whole world. I'm losing touch with everything. I'm not even a Southerner yet, Robin. I got to get it done.
I know. But you eat grits, doesn't that?
I eat grits.
Classify
See,
you
no,
as a Southerner?
no. The way I understood it this morning was the grits isn't good enough.
Yeah.
You got. No, well, you live here, so it doesn't matter. You were born here, and weren't you? Where were you born?
South, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we got a bone to pick with Fort Lauderdale right now.
Oh, boy.
You know what's going on down there, right?
No, I don't.
There's this 90-year-old man and 2 pastors. They were feeding homeless people, and the city decided to pass an ordinance that says you can't feed homeless people outdoors.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
So,
a shame.
so the 90-year-old man says, "I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway." So now there's a big issue. They arrested him. They said you can't do that. Now they face a 60-day jail and $500 fine. So we're all trying to gang up on the lawmakers in Fort Lauderdale.
The mayor and the city council.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have computers available?
Yeah, so we can send our email to them.
Yeah.
I don't have any at this time, but yes, we should be getting some out soon.
Wait a minute. What about the tablets? That's more popular right now than the computers, I think, right?
I think you're right. I think we have a couple out in the display right now.
You
Probably
do?
like a Samsung tablet. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
See that? I like my tablet. Robin has the tablet, and I have a Kindle.
Yeah, you got a
Come
cool
in
tablet.
handy. They come in handy.
What do you have one? Which kind do you have?
I believe that one's a Samsung out front.
Okay, Samsung. But I mean, you personally, what do you have?
Oh, Kindle Fire.
Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. What else can I ask, Brianna? Okay, so you can put stuff on layaway. You can camping?
No, digital cameras. We have digital
cameras.
Oh, cameras. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You got to get a camera.
Yeah.
How are you going to put pictures on Facebook without a camera? Right?
And then the camping you were hitting on, we have that too. We've got like the double burner stoves, the Coleman camping stoves. We've got the propane for them. We've got sleeping bags, plenty of those.
So, I've done this, which is kind of like camping. You're just not killing anything.
Yeah. Hot dogs.
I've had hot dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm okay with people saying you're not really a real Southerner, but at the same time, how long? I lived in New York for 17 years. The rest of my 60 years have been right here.
And you're a Southerner.
Doesn't the number outweigh the other number?
Yes,
I think so.
Just because I talk like a from there, that's what I learned how to talk between 0 and 17. All right.
Do you have ammo for sale too? Because that used to be pretty scarce.
Yes, 22 ammo has come back into population, so we've got plenty of 22s. Got all the other calibers as well.
Well, we miss speaking to you, Brianna. This is fun.
Yeah, we do.
And I swear, I really...
Talking to you.
I was just thinking of you. Of course, I think of you every time I see your picture on Facebook, or your little boy. And anyway, so it's good to hear from you. Tell everybody we said hi over at Jerry's. And
Absolutely, will do. Same there.
so now, real quickly, tell for the few people who don't know where Jerry's Pawn and Gun is, where is it?
Okay, we're located on Highway 441 and Northwest 8th Street, so just north of 40 where the courthouse is.
And if I just may say my 2 cents, this is not your normal pawn shop. Trust me.
No,
Go
it's
into this
not.
one. This is a beautiful, well lit, more things than you'll ever realize. There's no way on this visit with Brianna we can talk about everything. I have purchased so many gifts over at your place that I never even in a million years would have thought of. It's like just browsing around. That's when you suddenly say, "Oh gosh, that who would love that."
Yep, we've got some pretty unique things here.
In fact, I think I was going to bring back something to Brianna, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I can't
I was
remember.
going to. No, not that I didn't like it. It was. The Thomas Kincaid music box.
And you did.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did bring it back
Yeah,
to you.
you gave it to her
Oh,
as
okay.
a gift. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I
Yeah,
forgot.
you did that.
I was thinking I still had it in my shed or something. Okay.
No, you did that.
No, I bought that.
Another thing. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to tell the audience. I bought that for my mom. It was a beautiful little box, and then when she passed away, it was like, and Brianna gave it to me for like next to nothing.
Yeah.
I went to buy it. It must have been $100 item. I think she sold it to me for 40 cents.
Yeah. You did receive
yeah, that
it.
sounds right.
But you did receive it back, right? I'm not remembering wrong.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Did Larry bring it back to you? I'm not remembering wrong, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
okay.
Oh, good.
Didn't want to cheat Brianna out of your gift.
No.
Knowing me, if it was still at my house, it would have dust all over it and roaches crawling out of it. And, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say another thing. Go online and check out our website, jerrysonline.com, and it already shows some of the huge sales we're going to have for the Black Friday sale.
Okay, Black Friday sale. Yeah, don't forget, jerrysonline.com.
And what time is your Black Friday sale going to start?
Well, normal hours, 8:30 to 4.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Brianna,
It is usually a busy day anyway, so we're ready for all the people to come.
and tell us your phone number.
Our phone number is 352-622-3780.
All right. Well, tell everybody we said hi. And if you're going out to Jerry's Pun and Gun, walk in the front door, put your hands on your hips, say, "Where is Brianna?"
That's right.
Oh, I haven't said that in so long.
No.
That was like visiting an old friend. Well, it is visiting an old friend.
Aww.
I think she's visiting the older friends, though.
I think so.
We're the older friends.
Yeah.
You're just the old friend. Well, thank you, Brianna. Thank you for doing this and for being with us and being our friend. And tell everybody we said hi.
I will do. Thank you.
Go to Jerry's Pawn and Gun. See Brianna. Go get something really nice. We'll take a little break, and we will be right back, I think. Did I do something wrong here? Here we go. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine and pleasantly warm, high 77 to 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows generally in the 50s to near 60. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine and noticeably cooler with highs ranging from 66 in the northern part of the zone to 75 in the southernmost part. For Saturday, partly sunny with a high between 70 and 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
All right. Thank you, Bob. 24 minutes after 11 o'clock. Let me tell you, there is something pretty special happening on Friday. The College of Central Florida's men's basketball team is honoring our military veterans on Friday. Come and show your support. Free admission for all veterans. Halftime ceremony honoring our veterans. The game time is 8 p.m. right at the gymnasium at the College of Central Florida, right across the street from where we're broadcasting from, here at the Paddock Mall. So you want to watch a great basketball game? Go see. Do they have a name, Robert? What's their name?
I just think it's the Patriots men's basketball
Patriots,
team.
okay. That's the name. The Patriots, perfect name for honoring veterans. Okay.
Yep.
Also, let's see, our friends over at the library. Stand up and applaud your favorite contestants at the 6th annual Create event on Saturday, this coming Saturday, from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. at the headquarters of the Ocala Public Library here on East Silver Springs Boulevard. The event will recognize the best samples of local teen talent in the areas of fine arts, film making, writing, and performing arts. Community professionals will judge the 113 received entries, and prizes will be awarded for each category during the event. Industry experts will also be in attendance to share their expertise in scheduled workshops throughout the day. All teens are encouraged to attend, even if they didn't enter the competition. The schedule for Create is as follows. At 10 a.m., there's the Fine Arts Show. At 11 a.m., there's the keynote speaker, an award-winning children's fiction author named G. Neri, the writer of Yummy, The Last Days of a South Side Shorty, and a recipient of a Coretta Scott King and Promising Poet Award. At 11:30, there's a writers' conference. Author Neri, same lady. It's a lady, right?
Yes.
Will also participate in the writers' conference. Filmmakers Festival is at noon. Kevin Harris, a special effects coordinator for Burn Notice, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and There's Something About Mary will provide a special effects workshop for teen filmmakers. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
Wow.
Excellent.
And at 1 p.m., Performing Arts Competition will awards presentation with an awards presentation. David Almeida, the field producer for American Idol in Orlando, will be there judging the Performing Arts Competition. Mm-hmm. Hello, this is an awesome thing to attend.
It is.
If you don't already have somebody who would like to go there, tell somebody you know. The prizes for the winning entries will include trophies and cash. $200 is the first place prize, $150 for second place, $100 for third place. And Create, the word Create, the name of the event, is an acronym. It stands for Colossal Reading, Entertaining, Artsy Teen Event. And you need to call the library if you have any other questions, because I think they can answer them. I can't. The question I would ask if I was listening right now is it too late to enter? I think it is too late to enter, right?
Yeah, these, all of the entries, are judged and everything.
And they do this once a year, so you might be able to get in for next year. But go and, you know what I would do? I would go watch it, see what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be very, very more familiar with it. Or just go for the entertainment factor.
Sure.
The phone number is 671-8551, 671-8551, and the library, of course, has a website. It is library.marioncountyfl.org.
And this is at the Marion County Public Library headquarters on East Silver Springs Boulevard.
All right. And speaking of libraries, we like to support our local authors, and this is author Notoria Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
She is having a book signing event at the Easy Street Family Fun Center here in Ocala, just next door to the mall.
Yep.
And she'll be signing her book, EJ and Sis. EJ and Sis. Time Out Learning Tool. She'll be there signing copies of her book, and good. There you go.
It's excellent.
What if it's autobiographical? It says in her notes, I enjoy spending time with my little brother Jay because I spent so much time with him. I wrote a series. All the ideas came either from him or through him. I was just smart enough to see and listen and creative enough to write the words.
Oh, for young adults then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, young adults. Yeah.
Looks like young adult reading.
Excellent.
Do I have enough time for this last event? There is another one that you gave me to talk about. It's called 24-Hour Plays. Vanguard High School's VHS players will present their original 24-hour plays on Saturday, November 15th, in Vanguard High School's cafeteria. The performances will begin at 7 p.m. Tickets are $3, and tickets will be available at the door. If you'd like to know more, you can go online to VHS-players.com. VHSplayers.com with a hyphen between VHS and players.
That's right, and it's 24 hours, so it's a lot of fun, and you can be one of the judges. Everybody in the audience will be able to judge which is their favorite play.
So the contestants have 24 hours to write, produce, and rehearse an original show. Each play runs about 20 minutes with a short intermission in between. A fun, informal night of comedy. Come see what they create and vote for your favorite, as Robin pointed out. Call us if you need any of that repeated phone numbers, mostly. We'll take a little break. Fun with Joe is coming up in just a little bit.
Yep.
I will be telling you and Joe, Robin, the ingredients. You tell me what I'm making.
Oh, nice.
We'll be right back.